March Madness is here. The NCAA Tournament bracket is set, and the Tennessee Volunteers have a very interesting path forward in the tournament. But today, we're going to talk about what constitutes success for Tennessee in 2025 in the NCAA Tournament. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. So Tennessee is the 2 seed in the Midwest region, matched up with 15 seed Wofford taking on the Terriers to open things up in the round of 64 after the Vols lost in the SEC championship game against Florida following an impressive win in the semifinal against the team that turned out to be the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, the Auburn Tigers. As you look at where Tennessee has landed in this bracket, a couple of things stick out. Number one, Tennessee fans don't have to go far. The Vols are playing in Lexington on the opening weekend, just over an hour drive from Knoxville. Tennessee will be in a very familiar venue in Rupp Arena to play Wofford and then either UCLA or Utah State. If it is chalk and UCLA is the team that moves into the second round to play Tennessee, then the Vols will be going up against the team that almost swiped away Rick Barnes a few years ago, when UCLA tried to hire Barnes away, and then Tennessee AD Philip Fulmer was the one that had to talk out a contract extension to keep Barnes in Knoxville. You could argue it was Fulmer's best contribution for Tennessee as, of course, an athletic director, not as a football coach. If Tennessee is able to get the win against UCLA, they would likely be playing one of 2 teams, Kentucky or Illinois. Obviously, that Kentucky matchup is one to keep an eye on if it does happen in the Sweet 16, as it will be the 3rd matchup against the Cats this season. Tennessee is 0-2 against Kentucky in the 2024-25 campaign. And then, of course, there's Illinois, who Tennessee faced during the non-conference slate and defeated on a coast-to-coast buzzer-beating layup by Jordan Gainey. Either way, there are interesting matchups all around, and Tennessee could very well be on a crash course with number 1 seed Houston in the Midwest region in the Elite Eight. So what would constitute success for the Vols in this tournament? In my opinion, it might be Elite Eight or bust for the Tennessee Vols. The worst case scenario for Tennessee, obviously, would be to get bounced in the opening weekend in the first or second round. I don't think we can say that the worst case scenario is to lose on opening weekend and then say that the Sweet 16 would constitute success just by winning one extra game. To me, Sweet 16 needs to be the absolute baseline, but Elite Eight should be the expectation for Tennessee to match the best run it has ever made in the NCAA tournament, the run that they made just last season, of course, with Dalton Knecht at the helm. Now, of course, the Vols are in pursuit of their first Final Four in men's basketball history. But Tennessee, as a 2 seed, one of the best teams in the country, a team that spent 5 weeks as the number 1 team in the country, according to the AP poll, a team that was knocking on the door of a 1 seed throughout the course of the regular season, the expectation should absolutely be Elite Eight or further, especially given the matchups that could stack up in front of Tennessee, and some of them could be pretty favorable for the Vols. It is March Madness. Anything can happen. It's about survive and advance. And for Tennessee, for us to truly consider this a successful season, I think that tournament has to end up at least in the Elite Eight for the Vols.